Hello guys, in today's video we're gonna check out the best electric chainsaw in the market for this year. I made this based on my personal opinion, and I try to list them based on a price, quality, durability, and more information about these electric chainsaw. You can check out the description below. So let's get started. Greenworks 48V Brushless Cordless Chainsaw. This saw is available with 14 or 16-inch bar lengths, and its electric motor can drive longer chains and cut thicker stuff because of the 48V power. The way that works is that either side of the saw houses a battery. One 24V battery on either side gives you a 48V saw that cuts and cuts and cuts. With two batteries, that's a long stretch of running time. This is a more maneuverable saw than a gas one of the same size, and while you do lose a little power moving away from the gasoline-powered engine, I feel like it's more than made up for by the fact that you don't have to mix gas and oil, there aren't any fumes, and it's relatively quieter. Oregon CS 1500 Self-Sharpening Corded Electric Chainsaw. What's the worst part of running a chainsaw? All the time you spend sharpening, while pointedly not sawing. So even if this saw was a piece of garbage, the fact that its power-sharp chain allows for the chain sharpening in about 3 seconds would make this saw a glorious piece of technology. It's got an 18-inch bar, which requires a good amount of power, so this saw is corded. That means it's a lighter saw, no battery, and runs forever. Again, no battery, but it also means an extension cord to monitor. With a 3/8-inch chain pitch, you've got an average pitch chain. Pitch, by the way, is determined by the spacing between cutter lengths on the chain and dividing that by 2. A bigger pitch, say 3/4 inch, is for heavier-duty cutting jobs, so a 3/8-inch pitch is a bit of a Goldilocks pitch for your average suburban yard. BLACK+DECKER Electric Chainsaw. BLACK+DECKER is a venerated name, which explains why this cordless chainsaw sits on the top of the heap. BLACK+DECKER lists the battery's runtime at 5 hours, but since this is a saw with a 10-inch bar, it's not a saw intended for super heavy-duty use, so 5 hours may be more time than you'll ever require of your saw. This one is for pruning trees, not felling them. And it does a great job at it. Since it's a shorter saw, it's even easier to move around, so you can get to all sorts of angles of branches. Also, since it's lighter, you'll be able to use it longer before your arms start getting too tired. It's got a clear window for the oil level, it features a tool-free tension adjustment system, and its 20V battery is compatible with all the BLACK+DECKER cordless tools. If you've already got some of those, you'll want to consider this saw pretty seriously. WORX WG300 5.1 Electric Chainsaw. Another corded saw, this WORX chainsaw is for smaller jobs, like around the yard, maybe some post-storm cleanup, that sort of thing. You're not going to go logging with this saw, even if you had a football field-length extension cord. This one comes in 14, 16, and 18-inch bar lengths. The 14-inch bar saw weighs almost 7 pounds, which, compared to a gas-powered saw of the same size, is next to nothing, and this saw has an auto-tension chain system, which means no more searching for the chainsaw tool, unscrewing nuts, and adjusting tension. The 8-amp motor packs a good amount of power, which it draws from a cord, so you don't have to worry about a battery running down. WORX makes good products, and while, again, this is not a heavy-duty saw for your annual job at tree lot, this is great for around your home and yard. DEWALT 20V Max XR Chainsaw. With a bar length of 12 inches, this saw shouldn't be used on trees with diameters larger than 10 inches. Still, cutting down trees isn't likely on your weekly to-do list if you need a saw like this one. DEWALT makes a good product, and many of us already have a collection of their cordless tools. In that case, all the batteries in the DEWALT 20V Max series of tools are interchangeable. Those 20V Max batteries are lighter than average as well, so that this saw ends up weighing right at 9 pounds, which is not bad at all. That, coupled with the 12-inch bar, means the saw is maneuverable and easy to wield around your bushes, shrubs, and tree pruning projects. Makita XCU04PT136VLXT Brushless Chainsaw. Makita has built a brushless motor the company claims delivers the same power you'd get from a 32cc gas chainsaw. I didn't get to make a head-to-head comparison, but I do know this saw was more powerful than I expected it to be, and since I already live in Camp Makita, I had high hopes for this one from the start. Two 18V batteries power this one, so while you get a 36V saw, you can still use the 18V Makita batteries with your other cordless Makita tools. Like all these electric chainsaws, it's quiet, doesn't emit fumes, and requires virtually 0 minutes of maintenance. And this is another saw with tool-free adjustment, another technological wonder that makes the chainsaw life so much less of a hassle. Husqvarna 120i Cordless Electric Chainsaws. The 120i is intended for pruning or for cutting a few errant limbs, that sort of thing. While it's got a 40V electric motor to give it some oomph, it's still a 14-inch battery-powered saw, so let's not get carried away thinking we can use this to drop all the trees we need for our log cabin. I mean, you could, but you'd just need to charge the battery a lot, or if you have other Husqvarna cordless tools, those batteries are compatible, which is always handy. However, for regular, average jobs, this saw will be more than enough. Plus, it has what Husqvarna calls Save Mode, an energy-conserving system that allows you to opt for getting more power or longer running time from your battery. That's a great feature, especially since you can bump up the power with an onboard keypad, cut that stubborn whatever, then drop the saw back down to energy-efficient mode. At 10 pounds, this one is a bit on the light side for a 40V cordless unit, but it's solid, and it feels good in your hands, whether it's running or not.